Hi, I'm Steve Way. I'm Coordinator for Scout Content, National ASU, and Chair of North London Scout District. And this is my 60-second Scouser.
3, 2, 1!
So my best journey with Scouts was taking a party of explorers to undertake their explorer belt in the former East Germany a couple of years ago, driving through the night to Lübeck and then driving backwards and forwards across Germany, being in-country support for them. That was a really cool trip, and we had two parties there doing explorer belts, and it was great. The best photo I've taken at Gilwell. I've taken a lot of photos at Gilwell, a huge number of photos at Gilwell, because what I do is photography of national events. I'd be hard pressed to choose, but I'd have to say Sunset on the Quick. I've done a whole bunch of Sunset on the Quick photos, which are great. Or failing that, I've got some excellent Scarefest photos of Scouts in superb costumes at night, having a whale of a time. What gets me up in the morning? Well, these days, usually the need to deal with a whole load of email from various voluntary roles I'm in, because I'm in the fortunate position of no longer having to get up to go to work. Favourite scouting role? That's a real tough one, because I've been involved in scouting in leader roles since I was 16, when I ended up running a cub pack because everybody else left, and I've been involved in scouting with a couple of breaks since then. I've had lots of roles. I believe very much we should have young people leading young people, so I no longer lead a section. But my favourite scouting role is all the ones, and I guess this is all my roles, where I've been able to help young people to develop skills and see them grow into themselves and grow into their skills and go on and achieve things they never dreamed possible. Okay, 3 things I'd take to a desert island. I'd take a satellite modem, a laptop, and a camera. What got me into photography? I did a fair amount of visual stuff with cameras, photography and film at school with my best mate, who was a guy called Tim Pope, who went on to direct the Cure's videos and David Bowie and Queen and so on. And ever since then I've always been interested in photography, cameras and so on. So it's quite difficult to say exactly what, but I think the roots are in that. How did I start in scouting? I started in scouting when I was 8 as a wolf cub, in the group that my grandmother started so my father and uncle would get scouting. The group scout leader was my godfather, so it was a bit predestined, but that was a group, that's the furthest north group in North London. My favourite knot is one of 2. It's either the friendship knot, because that's a great way of making friends with somebody else, tying the knot for them, particularly if they can't do it themselves. Fortunately I can, he said confidently. Or possibly the bowline, because I've used it a lot when climbing, which used to be something that I was very keen on before my failing body stopped me doing. The best photo I've ever taken? That's a tough ask, because the digital storage I have on Flickr, somewhere in the region of 20,000 photos or more, and some of those have featured in Flickr's Explore, and I'm quite proud of. So I would say the best photo I've taken is on my phone of me with my grandsons. My favourite meal? What's my favourite meal? My favourite meal is curry. A nice curry with friends, perfect. Something people don't know about me. So one thing people don't know about me is I've got 2 artificial hips, which is why I can't climb anymore. Who inspires me? I am inspired by young people. I'm inspired by the amazing things young people can do and seeing them achieve stuff. My daughters inspire me. The scouts I've worked with inspire me, young people. I've worked with inspire me, seeing what they can achieve, what they can deal with. I mean, obvious global examples that are in the news are inspirational, but the work I do in Scouts and in schools, in school governance, I see inspirational young people all the time, overcoming obstacles, organising themselves, being activists. Young people are amazing and deserve the biggest possible platform and support. Okay, favourite scouting memory, that's really tough. I've been in scouting a long time and I have many memories. They range from seeing all sorts of people who probably should have known better, singing Let It Go at Essex International Jamboree, to being on a beach in Guernsey as a scout in the sunsets. That was pretty, just comes back to me. But actually right now I have to say it was being able to take 7 amazing young people out for a meal in Berlin after they'd finished their Explorer belt. We had a great meal. I took them to a really nice restaurant. They weren't expecting it, and it was great. And I was very pleased about that. The best fact I know, that's great. My favourite fact of all time is a connections fact. It's how things have happened in the world, and that's that James Watt was Humphrey Davy's mother's lodger. And because they were in the same house, they inspired each other to get involved in science and look at the science of things, and one invented the miner's lamp and the other invented the steam engine, and that may not have happened if one hadn't lodged with the other. My favourite memory of Gilwell Park, I think probably my favourite memory was working on the media team for the Jamboree, for the Swedish Jamboree, along with an amazing team which included people who went on to interesting stuff and do some great stuff, and people I'm still in touch with. So that was good, and that was my first exposure to working out of Gilwell on an international media team, and that was kind of cool.